A little bit of struggle there.
Been that kind of week.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Catalyst crew. Time for Catalyst Corner, episode 6. It's Wednesday, so we've got Partially Proficient here, and yeah, let's get into it.
Back at it once more again.
Yes, indeed. How you doing?
Had a interesting week, but that's my whole deal, and well, I'll hang on to that.
That's fine.
I tend to do.
This is where I'm at.
I know.
Okay, all
A
right.
little bit of drinkies with the boys always helps.
It does. Takes away the bad feelings.
You're very heavy on the bad feelings.
All the time. Well, so today's a tough day for me, though.
Oh.
4th anniversary of
Yeah.
the passing of Anthony Bourdain.
I know he's your guy.
Big influence on me.
Right.
You know,
Big food guy.
love
You're a big
food.
food guy.
My brother's a chef,
Yeah,
Yeah.
wants to be the very best.
like no one ever was.
Yes, indeed.
So just wanted to call attention to it. I do enjoy his programming. If you've never seen any of his stuff, Parts Unknown, probably the best way to go, I would say. But he has an incredible body of work. He's got a couple of books that are great. Just a big influence on my early life. And the thing that I just want to call out is the fact that he really showed me that, at our core, we're all the same. And you can unite a people with vastly different cultures through food. So, I miss his voice.
Yeah, give him a shout out. Great dude.
Got a pizza oven.
Oh,
One of those portable, not portable, I guess. I don't know what they call them.
was it you who purchased this pizza oven?
This was not something that I sought out. It came into my life.
I know.
Okay. That's okay. I'm open to the experience.
Okay.
Got it all set up, relatively easy to set up, right? Only a couple moving parts. It is deceptively complicated to cook pizzas in a pizza oven.
How do you mean?
I'm very traditional. I put the pizza in a regular oven. The pizza cooks. I take the pizza out. The appeal behind pizza ovens, I guess, is that you get a very, close to the original, the way it was intended.
Yeah.
Very hot inside the ovens. Hotter than a normal oven.
Yes,
I don't know how to
this is
cook
true,
pizzas like that. I put the pizza in, first pizza, burn the fuck out of it. Okay. On the sides, shit was raw in the middle. Okay. Did a little research. You got to give it the old spinity-dinity.
Yeah, you take the scoop, you give it a little turns as you go.
Yeah, there's like a thing, you spin it. Yeah, the scoop. Okay. Well, did you work in a pizza place?
Yes. I thought you remember that. I used to work as a fry cook in a Papagino's for years. I helped with pizzas often.
Yeah, I never worked in a pizza place. Never made pizzas professionally.
Not a fucking pizza guy, dude. Not a professional pizza master.
No. I was cooking. I was making the sauces. That's what I was doing when I worked in the restaurant. Okay.
This guy, high-end Mr. fucking food man, can't make a pizza. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a big old. Yeah. Okay. I'm a big old fancy guy.
He's a fucking fraud, all right? That's harsh. He's not a fraud.
I'm borderline offended. In any case, I get the spin going. Once I understand the theory, I get it going, right? It feels good now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm getting in touch with my roots.
Yeah. This is a return to your all right.
Oh, it feels good. Yeah. I'm one with my ancestors and everything. Yeah. I'm in my head, do you remember back in the 90s, the Super Mario TV show? That guy at the end who was like, swing your hips from side to side. That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me in that moment.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I didn't have a hat on, but it felt like I did.
See, the way I pictured you, like, return to your roots, your ancestors smiling, is like a man in ancient Rome.
Oh.
Wearing, like, the whole attire.
Yeah, he's got like the gladiator chest plate on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just got the modern little, like, pizza shovel. I can't remember what they call the stupid thing.
I don't know either.
And he's just turning a pizza in the oven.
He's just shaking his head, yes, like Caesar's eagle is in the background a little bit too. I don't know why we're pro Caesar. I don't know. Maybe we were. I don't know.
Seems like he had his fair share of enemies. Got a big time stabbed to death.
Yeah, a lot. Well, like one of them. That's very close-minded of you. Caesar is not. There's many Caesars. There's many Kaisers.
We're talking about Julius Caesar?
Oh, of a sudden.
We're educated men.
Yes, indeed. I'm a history buff. Yeah, he's smiling down on me. as I turn the pizza, and I feel good.
As you turn your pizza in the fucking Ooni.
I wasn't gonna say the name of it because
Too late.
I want a sponsorship.
Ooni, sponsor us. Give us more pizza ovens.
They may not sponsor me after this disaster.
I'll teach the boy how to live.
I need to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. Okay? The pizzas, they look beautiful. I pull it out. You know how I like my pizza now? Very high quality pepperoni. None of that cheap shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the deli cut.
Oh, I need it to be delicious. Maybe, what is that? What's that one? Applewood? They do a good job.
Applegate Farms?
Yeah, that's it.
Applegate, sponsor us. Anyone, please, God, give us money.
We need it. Low in the sulfates, good stuff.
Yeah.
And the secret is you hit it with the honey.
Nope.
Bro.
And you fucking lost me.
There is something about the sweet and the savory.
Nope.
Nah, dude, the honey makes it. I'm telling you.
No.
How can you... have you had it?
I don't need to.
You're making my left eye twitch.
I'm not...
How do you know? How do you know? You're just so convinced that it's going to taste bad?
I don't think it will taste bad. I think it will taste lesser for having it.
How do you know? Do you dislike honey?
Look, I don't...
Delicious. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you on your honey stance. People, in the comments, tell Paul what an animal he is for not enjoying honey.
Mix my sweet and savory much, if not all, really, because they're both great separately.
It's literally science that it tastes better.
Oh.
Right. Because why would you want a nice, delicious, complex meal? I think you need to just drink Soylent, probably. Maybe you'll be happy just doing that.
Guy's real high and mighty for burning pizza an hour ago.
So anyway, I'm flipping it. It looks like it's something out of a magazine. I'm so proud of myself. I feel good. My ancestors smile. It's still raw in the middle.
Very high and mighty for your lackluster pizza ability.
I ate it. I absolutely refused. I said, you know what? This is my shit bed and I'm going to lay in it. And I ate the entire pizza. It gave me the worst gas of my life.
You deserve it.
A lot of work to do with the pizza oven.
So, I know you wanted to talk about something outside your pizza oven. You have some things that make you irrationally angry that I want to really, this can be like a little therapy thing for you to like talk it out. Maybe get like a public perspective on the things that anger you.
I just want to say that this is more of an opinion piece. I think irrationally angry is your opinion.
You were getting mad and saying your eye was twitching because I would prefer honey stays away from my pizza a second ago.
Without even trying it, though.
Yeah, I don't want honey on my pizza.
But maybe you do.
You've never tried my cock on your pizza.
Do you want me to, just out of curiosity, because I took that in two different ways. Do you want me to fellatio you?
I don't, really?
Or do you want me to, like, Jeffrey Dahmer your cock on the pizza? Like, do I cut it up like a hot dog?
It just went no further than one of those, like, cheap porno intros. I walk up to the door.
It's the extra sausage?
Yeah, I ask you who ordered the extra sausage. I pop it out, my cock's down there. And you're like, oh, I don't have any money to pay.
Or I call the manager because I was like, I ordered extra sausage.
Clearly this is a small.
Let me take a picture and send it to you. Yeah, it's good. That's a weird thing. Do you think that happened in the wild the first time, or like someone who makes porn just came up with that?
You think that some porn producer was at home with, let's say, his wife, and pizza guy comes out, the wife's going to pay, and the pizza guy real quick shoves his cock through the box onto the pizza.
Yeah. Like he's probably delivered there before a few times. He gets to know them.
He doesn't know the husband's there. He just wants the wife. And he does the whole line, delivers the extra sausage deal. And the husband comes out and he's not even mad.
No, do you think he jumps out though? He does.
I think he steps out. He's heard the exchange. He slowly walks from around the corner and he's like, "You, sir, are an artist."
Does he get an executive producer credit?
Yeah, of course he does.
And does he get to fuck the wife?
Yeah, yep, 100%.
All right. Well, then everyone wins.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it was a sad story. No,
It's a great tale.
it's a tale of triumph.
All right. What do you want to tell these people about?
All right, let's get back. Yeah.
Go ahead. Out me. Out me as a psychopath. Go ahead.
What is your opinion on vanity plate?
I fucking hate them. I can't even believe you just brought that up. Why? Why do you need a vanity plate?
Maybe it's just a fun little way for someone to put a tidbit of their personality out into the world to say, hey, everyone, this is me. I'm proud of who me is. And I'd like to share a little bit of it with you all.
I don't like them.
I didn't didn't even have an answer. You just don't like it.
I don't like them. And this may be hypocritical on a podcast. What a piece of shit I am. Do you remember last time we talked about cats? And you were almost implying that I did something against your will when you saw it.
Yes, I recall. Yeah.
It's the same thing. I didn't ask to see your fucking vanity plate. You're thrusting a piece of your personality onto my consciousness unwillingly.
So this is just so aggressively forced on you that you would compare it to being assaulted.
I can't choose not to see it if I leave my house and I have to go get groceries and you have your fucking baby blues.
How does it harm you? It's a plate. It's on the vehicle. You glance at it. You either say, cool, that's a rad one, or you say, I don't get it, or I don't care, and you just look away.
Honestly, if you really want to get into it, the baby blues one makes me angry because how fucking dare you? Have you done any testing? Have you done any testing to confirm that you have the bluest eyes that merit the baby blue license plate? How dare you?
How dare they? Well, look, we can assume that the owner of the vehicle's at least 16 years of age to drive.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's quite a few years lived on this earth to affirm the color of their own goddamned eyes.
I'm not saying that her or his eyes are not blue, but you have the gall to think of all the people on this planet. Your eyes are the fucking, not even the planet, in the state, your eyes are the bluest.
Baby blue.
Your eyes are the babiest of blue.
I don't think they ever said the bluest.
Well, you merit enough to call attention to it. Look at how blue my baby blues are.
Maybe they have beautiful eyes. You don't know that they don't.
Maybe they do.
So why are you getting mad about it?
Because I have to think about it. Because you decided to force it into my consciousness.
I wish that person had stepped out of their car, turned to you, and stunned you in place with the clarity, the coloration, the depth of their baby blue eyes.
The reason it makes me so angry is because
they shot through you.
That's where my brain goes as I start thinking about, do they have the bluest eyes?
You're a psychopath.
And it's not fair to me because then I think about it for a long time. That's why it makes me so angry.
You're out of your mind.
I'm not.
You are. And look, it's not even just this. You get mad if people drink milk with dinner.
I think you need to explain that a bit better. Not people. You know who drinks milk at dinner? Children. No problem. Grown-ass man drinking milk at dinner? Fucking weird. Grown-ass woman? Weird.
I don't care what other people drink. It doesn't exist in my head.
That's not weird. You go to a fucking restaurant. You go to the Olive Garden. You're at the Olive Garden. Grown-ass man says, I want a steak dinner. I want a potato. I want a fucking tall glass of ice-cold milk.
Why does it bother you?
It's not a dinner drink.
It's a nice hearty beverage.
What is he, like a fucking 15th century peasant? He has to drink milk? No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, dude.
He's time traveled to the year 2022.
I don't know his life.
And he says, I'm not nourished enough during my day in the field. I need to drink a gallon of milk with dinner. Fuck him.
Drinking a gallon of milk now? Okay, yeah.
Anybody that's drinking milk.
Upping the quantity. This man's holding a fucking one of them 2 gallons, just slurping it back as he cuts up his steak.
He's eating his never-ending pasta and shit, and he brought it from home too. He didn't even order it.
Just knocking it back after every bite.
He's just drinking his milk.
No, it's just a person.
It's a weird thing to drink with dinner.
I'm personally a milk drinker, but it's just whatever. I don't get how it could even make you angry.
Look, I'm not alone on this. There's no way I'm alone on this.
I don't.
Guys, in the comments, please. I need to know.
You're a psychopath.
There's no way I'm alone on this.
All right, I want to bring up.
You have more. You're not done assassinating my character, you damn dinner drinking milk motherfucker.
Yeah, let's talk about the ketchup.
You're gonna do that.
We're gonna go there. We're gonna talk about the ketchup incident.
I didn't realize it was mean in the moment. Go ahead, tell the tale.
So I'll tell the story. Myself and Evan here were out with our respective partners at a nice establishment. We're there having a nice little lunch.
Yeah, you had just gotten a new job. We were celebrating.
Right. Your significant other had ordered something that came with fries. It came with some ketchup for said fries.
Yes.
They were eating their meal and just dunking their fries, making a face every time they had a little bit of the ketchup. And eventually you asked, you're like, trying to be a dutiful partner, I imagine. Like, what's going on? What's going on with that ketchup? She asks us all to try the ketchup. And we all take a little bit of like a fry, dip it, and there's just something a bit off about it. It has like a foot taste.
How can you even a bit off? Dude, that was the funkiest ketchup. That ketchup literally goes on tour, okay? and the hippies show up, they're all smoking weed. That's how funky that ketchup was.
I think time has exaggerated the memory for you maybe a bit there.
Bro, that ketchup literally was fermenting for months in foot juice.
She showed us the bottle. It was brand new. It was just
It must have been. Listen, I'm not blaming the restaurant. It could be the brand of ketchup.
we all take a taste of ketchup with varying degrees of funkiness, I guess. We agree. There's something definitely off about this ketchup.
It was very funky to me.
Call the waitress over. Hey, there's something going on with her ketchup. You know, could she get some new ketchup? And the waitress goes, sure, absolutely, I can replace that for you.
She did. She did offer right away to replace it.
What did you say to her, actually?
I don't want to say.
Oh, are you ashamed of it?
In the moment, I was trying to bring her in on the joke. We were all laughing about the funky ketchup. How it came out was very American Psycho of me.
Yeah.
I know. I've played it over a few times as a normal person.
He gave her a taste it.
It didn't read like that.
Taste it.
We were laughing.
Oh, don't say we're all. The rest of us were appalled.
Oh, everyone was uncomfortable with me and I wasn't picking it up.
Instantly. In fact, we all were like, that's not necessary. And you're like, no, taste it.
Did she taste it?
She did.
Holy shit.
And so he makes this waitress taste what we know is absolutely off ketchup.
How did she taste it?
God, took a fry, I think, that we offered her.
Well, you guys are all part of the problem then. Yeah, it's your fault, not mine.
Yeah, he makes her eat it. She's like, oh, yep, that's not good.
So then I said to her, though, like, do you make your own ketchup or is it bottled? Because you may want to check the bottle.
And she offered the bottle, which was new.
And then they told us the bottle was funk.
It was a funked bottle. I don't know how.
I wasn't trying to be an American Psycho.
But you made that poor woman, who had already offered to replace it.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the most monstrous moments.
So don't come at me and tell me you're not insane.
I've never made that argument.
Getting angry about milk and vanity plates.
I'll own the ketchup. I'll own it. It was not done from a place of malice in the moment. However, on retrospect, I am Patrick Bateman from American Psycho in that time. Milk, though, that's like me listening to Huey Lewis in the news. Jared Leto's sitting on my couch, and I hit him with a fucking axe because you don't drink milk at dinner. You don't put fucking baby blues on your license plate, motherfucker. The ketchup thing, though, I'll own that.
You're a fucking maniac.
Yeah, I know.
Let us know who you side with on this whole
Yeah,
matter.
I think they were in my corner. I really do. And then you just had to, like an arsonist almost, burn my whole house of cards down.
I'm here every time to assassinate your character.
Yeah, like I would not call you as an expert witness in my trial.
Probably not. No, that's safe.
And the court calls partially proficient. And you're like, yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Listen to this. Let me tell you about this guy in ketchup.
Just real briefly, did you know that the chick that was representing Amber Heard, like, did a circuit on TV?
No.
Oh, dude, just running around talking about how the game was rigged because it was Johnny Depp.
Oh, is she trying to grab her 15 minutes of fame?
I don't know. Fuck her.
No.
Just horrible.
Yeah. Bad person.
All right.
But hey, you know what we were talking about earlier and I want to wrap back around to?
I want to know.
Being the very best, like no one ever was.
Well, to catch them is the real test.
To train them is my cause.
Would you travel across the land?
Searching far and wide, each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Pokemon.
That is a long bit. All right, I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Oh, I if you allowed me to, I would have kept going.
I know you would have. That's why I had to cut you off there.
I love it. It is literally dogfighting.
Yeah, for kids.
It's just basically saying, hey, kids, you want to fight lesser life forms? Do it.
Go out into the wood at 10 years old, capture a wild animal, and fight it against other wild animals that your friends have procured for fun. That's fantastic.
And every now and then you'll come across one that has better intelligence than you. You fucking fight that one against the other animals too.
Some of these are sentient beings. Like they're clearly shown to be sapient. Also, there's some chance you come across godlike entities which have crafted the reality in which you live in.
And you can actually catch said entity. You can fight it against a chipmunk.
And we're absolutely like, we've been indoctrinated with it fully at this point, right? It was one of those things that came about during our childhood where we were the target audience.
I am slightly older than you, I want you to understand this. Red and Blue came out when I was in 2nd grade. Mm-hmm. And we were poor, and I had to beg my parents for a Game Boy. Right. What'd you get?
I got Pokemon Red, day of release.
I got Pokemon Blue. Don't know why. I got Pokemon Blue, but I chose...
Started Charmander. Yeah, dude, as you do. Everyone loves Charizard, dude.
Well, why the hell didn't I get Red then?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Lots.
So anyways...
Yeah, if you don't go Charizard...
We're absolutely the target demographic because we grew up with this franchise, right? And it's just reached... I would call it new lows in recent years.
Do you still play?
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, I don't. So I tapped. I stopped playing after the... What's the one with Linguini? No, Luigi. What the hell is that fucking thing's name?
What the hell are you... Lugia?
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, Luigi.
Gold?
Gold and silver, right?
Topped after gold and silver?
For a long time. So I stopped after gold and silver for a long time. And then I picked it back up when the Hawaiian...
Sun and Moon.
Okay, so that one. I picked it back up for that. I got the one with the bird on the front of Moon. I got Moon. And, yeah, I've never played it again.
You've actually missed some of the best Pokemon games that there were.
Well, hit me with one or two.
Black and White and Black and White 2 were fantastic. They're actually really well-made games.
Interesting.
Some of the
Are those remakes, for the Switch, or what are those?
Those were for the DS. But they're going back and remaking some of them, and some of the remakes have been really good.
What makes it good?
I'd say it's the game style. So what made some of the earlier Pokemon games good, in my personal opinion, this is my whole rant piece, I guess, is that they were more content full. There was more to do than just catch all the Pokemon in the goddamn region and you're done with it. Even going back to where you ended off, Gold and Silver, when you completed the Pokemon League, you could just go back to the Gen 1 region, Kanto, and do that whole region.
Yeah. Well, that's how it always was. You could just travel to each region.
That doesn't exist.
Once you're done with a region, it's gone?
Once you're done with a region, you're just still in that same region.
Oh, because it's open world now, right?
Right. Well, even recently, with the ones that aren't necessarily open world, like, say, Sun and Moon, once you're done with the Alolan region, you're done with the game. There's not much post-game to be had. Go ahead, go catch a few extra legendaries that are now unlocked, but that's it.
So they're just lazy as fuck.
Right. I think it's a big complacency thing.
Doesn't matter. It's going to sell.
I know they're bad objectively.
You buy them?
I buy them.
Okay.
Look, I got a wife and a kid. The kid wants to play Pokemon.
I think it's fucked up that you're using the kid.
He wants them.
Sure, of course he does. Everyone does. But you know what? Don't pretend. Don't pretend there's not a part of you.
I'd have played it either way.
Of course you would have. You lying bastard.
I would have. I'll use my child as a shield. Fuck you.
Oh, I just pictured him as a literal shield. Like he just strapped like a handle.
I can deflect criticism of myself with him. Yeah, whatever. So, my overall thing here is that Pokemon has no post-game now, and they've made the games objectively much easier.
Well, yeah, because they're for children.
Yeah, I know this. I do. I really do.
I know, but do you?
This is why I go back to post-game. Some of the earlier games had like battle tower type mechanics, which actually led up to some fairly challenging fights. You don't get that anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like it's for kids.
Wow, thank you for explaining the target demographic of the Pokemon games to me. Now that I'm aware of this, I'm sure to change my opinion. Thank you, Evan.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could change your mind. I get it. It's a nice way if they can up the difficulty in the end game. It gives a reason for the older generation to stick around.
Right. It gives us a little something to do.
It's almost like you think they give a fuck about you.
They don't. They don't. Again, they have my money one way or the goddamn other.
Because guess what? If you don't buy it, your kid's gonna.
It's wrong.
You know who's not smiling? Ash.
So let's talk about this most recent game, because I made you look. Yeah,
you gave me some feelings. Let me start with the starter Pokemon.
I hate them.
Here's the thing. The cat looks like it already exists. In some I feel like I've caught in that's like a C-rate Pokemon from like 4 generations ago. The fire Pokemon?
Oh, it's so stupid.
There's no effort at all.
It does not belong. I want to crush it. I want to take my foot and crush it.
The green one, I give a pass. Not awful. It'll probably do some weird thing where it turns into some crazy cat creature, right?
Yeah, that's the fear that many people have. Actually, in the generation you played, Sun and Moon, did you pick the fire starter?
Was that the bird thing?
It was like a cat, very similar to this one.
Was that didn't it what does it turn into, like the muscle cat?
Yeah,
or
it
whatever?
turned into a big luchador man out of nowhere. It's mid-evolution, also still just a bigger cat.
See, you're wrong though, because he discovered steroids. Like, it's a whole story. He found the steroids. He needed to compete with the other Pokemon. He started juicing. He became the Macho Man Randy Savage.
People do not like it.
They're wrong.
People do not like that.
What did they want? They wanted like some weird thin.
Maybe like a big lion creature, like a big fire lion would have been cool.
No, you got to have a fighting giant, roided out Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, I choose you, Pikachu. Snap into a Pokeball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what everyone wants. So they're afraid that something similar could end up happening to this, where it takes a fucking random turn and decides to turn into a person in a way.
I don't like the red one's soulless eyes.
No, its face angers me.
It kind of looks like a bad version of those things from Super Mario.
Yeah, a little bit. It looks so generic.
I hate the duck the most.
Oh, this stupid looking Donald Duck piece of shit.
I hate the duck. Listen, you know I don't like birds to begin with.
I know you don't.
The duck makes me irrationally angry.
It's the lowest effort of the three.
All they fucking did, they drew a duck. And then they said, oh, you know what? We're going to put a water drop on his head. Is this very special?
It's so bad.
What's the reception like? Like, what are the pub?
Terrible.
Yeah, they don't like him.
I don't know. It feels soulless in compared to some of the earlier generations.
You're going to buy it, though.
You know I'm going to buy. Let's not harp on it too long. I'm going to buy it, yes. Right. Even the last gen had some, like, I don't know, interesting. Like, unique enough starters. I didn't mind them at all.
No, I'm good. I'm going to give it a pass.
The legendaries are out there, and I'm not super about them either.
You know what I am about, though?
What are you about?
The professors.
Oh, the most fuckable professors today.
Oh my god, the male professor, true daddy.
Big time daddy energy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Do this for me. Bring up Giga Chad on one tab.
Oh, he is Giga Chad.
Look at it. He's just Giga Chad. That's fantastic, dude.
No, she's wicked hot too. Look at this. Here's where I'm bothered though. Not to sound misogynistic. Look at what she's wearing.
The exposed midriff with the slight suggestion of ab? Yes, please. Thank you.
She's got a lab coat on. You're doing things in the laboratory with your midriff exposed?
Well, the theme of the game has something to do with time, and so she's wearing a primitivistic style. If you can see, he's also wearing a very futuristic style. That's the...
Oh, he's from the future. Well, what is Game Freak trying to say? They're trying to say that women are the past?
They're primitive and ape-like, yeah.
And men are the future.
What did Game Freak mean by this?
Game Freak, I think we need to have a conversation about this. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, terrible. They're monsters.
Which Pokemon would you have sex with?
Which one wouldn't I have sex with?
Mr. Mime?
You know I'm fucking hitting it with Mr. Mime.
Not me. I don't like it.
Oh, you know you don't like it without trying it?
Fair. All right. Fine. You want me to have sex with Mr. Mime to prove a point? I call him up.
I'd get him out here right now if I could.
Oh, I would not like that. You just, again, breaking the laws of physics.
Oh, yeah, I bring in an...
I like to think you just open a portal, and he's just like, Mr. Mime! And I'm like, I don't want this anymore. This has gotten way too intense.
He grabs you by the arms and forces you to the ground.
I think he goes right for the region. Yeah, like, he knows why he's there. Yeah, he knows why he's there. He's like, they don't even summon me for anything else anymore. Oh, brutal. You know what is good though? Resident Evil Village.
I'm glad you mentioned that, yeah.
Talk about revamping. Now, obviously Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is the true revamp.
Yeah, the revamp point to the series.
Resident Evil Village might be my favorite Resident Evil game now.
It's very, very good, and I could see why.
The only thing I will say is it does feel like originally it was supposed to be about the vampires.
Yeah.
Because the two midsections feel almost tacked on. And then the last section was fine, except I ran out of ammo halfway through and I couldn't find any more, and that was very frustrating.
Yeah, that's Miss May. Yep.
I was killing everything. I thought you were supposed to.
First time, first Resident Evil game, I'm just killing everything.
They let me, though. Up until that point. They just let me run house until I get 3/4 of the way through Heisenberg's level, who, by the way...
Oh, it's a massive level, though.
I absolutely hated his voice actor. It took me so far out of the game. Everyone else has these great voices that are so in line with their characters, and this motherfucker rolls up and he's like some fucking weeb. He's a weeb.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my God, it was making me so angry.
Miranda just rolling through the nearest European anime con and just snatch this fucking loser up to fight.
All right, so yeah, so basically she rolled in, right? She's an immortal because of the mold, and she basically infects the village. I just imagine he was one of the few people with a television, and he just, they're Eastern European. He discovers...
I see him in his room. He's got a VHS player, and he's just continually rewatching, was it Ninja Scrolls?
Yeah. It took me out of it.
Yeah. Is that the way?
Oh, he was such a weeb. And he looks cool.
Yeah, he does. He's got a cool design.
He should have just had a gruffy voice. Nope. No. It was so weird for the character. Oh.
It was a little bit odd. But it's just a weird dynamic. I mean, looking at the two series, right?
Yeah.
Because in a way, Resident Evil almost sort of started to go down that same path that Pokemon took of being low effort.
What was it, 6? 6 was the worst?
5 wasn't great by any measure, and 6 was real bad. But after those two games, and they've had checkered history. They've had some weird games sprinkled throughout, but they try new shit. So whatever, I give it to them.
Yeah, good for them for really revamping. What I will say that I thought was masterful is the section where you transition to Chris.
Yeah.
After struggling through the whole game, just to get to play on God mode for one section.
Well, it helps illustrate what the characters are really, really well. Where you have Ethan, who is, he has books in his house. He's clearly trained himself on how to defend himself between games. So he's got something going on.
Sure, he's not afraid to fire a gun.
But then you have career super soldier Chris Redfield. Oh, Chris is some serious shit. Realistically, these things should be running knowing he's here.
Just to be able to, to see the amount of lichens that were running at you and have it not even be a big deal.
Oh, he's just mowing them down.
I had this thought and then I took it away. I was like, I want to play that game. And then I was like, well, 5 was kind of that game.
And I'll tell you, I played that game because it was fun. If you use the post-game points, you can unlock the assault rifle that Chris has the first time that you meet the shop dealer, and it's free. And I also unlocked the unlimited ammo, so I ran through the game like that, and it's fun.
Oh, it is fun.
I recommend it.
Interesting. Oh, maybe I'll go back to it then. I was thinking about going back to it. However, I bought all the Resident Evil games after I beat it.
Oh.
I know. I'm running through one right now.
This is the goddamn difference. And this is what I want to talk about is Resident Evil started to go to shit, looked at itself, and was like, oh, I got to fix this. And number 7 is a huge return to form. And Pokemon has just been circling the drain. They're like, we don't care anymore.
They don't have to. It's for kids.
That's crazy.
Resident Evil's not. It has to care.
Unreal. Just unreal that they can do that.
I agree. I'm not giving Game Freak a pass. They should be better. What would you want to see? Tell me how you fix Pokemon.
All right. Here's some of my thoughts because I have thought, somewhat deeply about this. I would prefer challenging post-game. I want it.
So you're fine with them doing whatever they want to do at the beginning.
The primary game. Have new and interesting Pokemon that fill a niche that isn't already filled. I'm not saying they can't have more duplicates.
Do they have difficulty?
No. And difficulty could be an option for making it hard.
An easy way to do it.
How hard is it to scale up the level of the enemy trainers a little bit, or give them more coherent teams, a slightly better AI for what they pick? Who cares? That's not even what I'm into, because that's not my thing.
No, you want endgame.
But they're talking about like all this open world, like multiplayer stuff for the most recent one, but there's no like real indication of what either of that does to shake up the gameplay. Give me a Pokemon game that has a way more fleshed out like player versus player type scene, where I can walk up to someone else in the game world and like just challenge another trainer outright, another real person.
So you want like an MMO sort of thing.
At least that option. I mean, maybe not fully, but the way that they have multiplayer right now would be nice if that was an option.
I don't know how multiplayer works now.
They've teased that this one's going to be like, hey, invite your friends and you're just walking through the world together playing like Pokemon.
But it's only friends.
Right.
Okay.
I would like it, and here's why I go back to post-game. So I talked about like the little battle towers that they had in previous games, which had like challenging opponents. I like if the battle tower is like fully integrated into player versus player, like online matches. Maybe you can earn a little in-game currency that can be used towards like the clothing or whatever stupid shit you want.
Is that what you buy now? Like skins?
Yeah, like you can have you can dress your character up in the most recent games. Whatever, buy whatever clothing you want. Sure. Make them look however you want it to be. And like if there was a premium, hey, player versus player currency that you can wear a hat that says I suck the most dick because I played Pokemon. Whatever.
So in your version of Pokemon, just so I'm clear, you can unlock a special hat that says I suck the most dick because I play Pokemon.
It's written out in Comic Sans. It's just a white hat with black text. And it's not formatted on multiple lines.
So white.
It's written out as one long line of text that is illegible from like any singular side. You'd have to walk around the person to actually read it.
I don't know. I struggle with it because I understand where you're coming from. I know that you enjoy the series and it hurts you that you almost feel left behind.
Right. They don't cater to me anymore when I was the original audience, I guess. Which I get is some old ass.
Yeah, that's an old ass man mentality. It's how I feel about the superheroes.
I know.
I don't want them. I want them to be for kids. I just think it would be nice if there was something that allows when the kids grow up, they can transition to more adult content.
Let the main game be easy. Let there have the post game that I can have a challenging good time and have unlockables and fun stuff for me having a hard, challenging experience.
It's just weird. It is weird that they don't do that. If you market it that way, you'll still sell to the kids, but then the adults are going to get involved.
And you know what? Story's been a little bit wonky with the last few.
Yeah, I've never cared about the story.
The last one particularly was like a guided tour through the Pokemon world.
I thought that's what the Sun and Moon was.
Sun and Moon also kind of suffered from that. With the originals, a lot of times there's just shit going on and you're like, oh my God, you're the hero. You need to save us.
But they tell you you're a hero?
They're like, you're the only one who can go do this. You're more self-driven and motivated. With the most recent one, particularly, I get that you're a child, and I do.
I love it. I love, can you imagine, you're at getting your oil changed or something, and fucking someone runs up to you and they're like, listen, only you can save the world.
So you remember Pokemon Red?
Yeah, of course. They were like, listen, kid, it's time. It's time for you to get the fuck out of the house, go on an adventure.
Do you remember Silphco? The Silphco building?
Yes.
You go in and you're defeating Team Rocket, and it's not even necessarily that anyone asked you, it's that you had the capability and you went in and stopped the bad guys. Sure. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, throughout the game, whenever there's like any hint of the background conflict going on, the champion, who is an adult, walks up and says, hey kids, Leave this alone. I've got it. I'm the champion. I'm an adult. An adult should be handling these matters.
He's not wrong.
No, in the real world, that makes a shitload of sense, and that's how things should be handled. But in the fucking video game, I would like to be the main character who does cool things.
Yeah, it does cuck you a little bit out of being the hero.
You're relegated to being a child who is just on a fun little tour of the world.
It's almost like it's for kids.
Pokemon Red was for kids, too. But I still got to be the hero.
Yeah, it is weird that they kind of take that away.
Yeah, they've been getting worse. That you're no longer a character who drives the story.
It could be something weird like, oh, we want to make sure kids are safe and they're allowed to be kids and grown-ups will deal with the grown-up shit.
Maybe.
It's probably just sending them that
But
message.
it's just not. It's a video game. Let the player be the hero.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right.
Let me fuck. Let me fuck the lady professor and the guy professor. Can I have that as post game content?
What, you get like a hot coffee mod?
Full penetrative sex.
They're not letting me make the rules.
All right.
Like the game is all for kids, but like at the end it's like, do you want to bed the future or the past?
It's like choosing your starter. You're gonna like have the two professors and they're like, who you fucking?
Like the dad dude is like tweaking his nipple a little bit.
I don't know that he could in that shirt.
No, probably not.
But I like to think he's like kind of cupping the crotch. Like,
Oh yeah, like a little bit. Yeah. He's being suggestive.
giving that the old rub down, dude. He's getting it chubbed up and ready.
He's a zaddy.
Got big zaddy energy.
Learned about that recently. Yeah, I'd say he's a zaddy.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Of course he is.
Well, all right. Very good to know. I think at that point we'll probably put this one to bed.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll end it with a little zaddy energy.
All right. Give us a little bit. Tell me what you're doing.
Very slowly making the content creation, trying to work through some of the painting skills, get people familiar with model painting. If you're just starting out, I'm a good place to follow because I'm not that good, and I'm learning right alongside everyone. You know, once I pick up a few more models, we'll hopefully get the content creation back up and running full time. Come find me at Partially Proficient on TikTok and soon enough Facebook and all the other social media platforms.
All right, Paul. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
That's going to be another episode of The Corner in the Books. Huge thanks again to Partially Proficient for coming out tonight. You can catch him on Partially Proficient on TikTok. For more information on Catalyst Creations, you can find us at catalystcrafting.com. Our Etsy store is Catalyst Creations NH, and we're on all social platforms. Thanks again for tuning in. And all right, crew, I'll catch you on the next one.